This reading is for single Scorpio men, as in abso-fucking-lutely single, as in you do not have anyone. Keep listening to these readings of other readers, and they go, oh, and you single ones, that person you're thinking, okay, what about those who have no one? Evidently, my cigarette went out, and we're not high on their radar. So, oh, you beast, I've lost my lighter. So wrong. Yes, it's hot, and I'm insisting upon having a cigarette. Okay, I fixed that. It's about those of us who don't have anyone. On the agenda, off the agenda. And I know there are other Scorpios out there who have no one, who haven't seen anyone, who haven't dated. Some of us haven't dated some of us have been separated and are getting a divorce and haven't dated anyone in the 4 years of the separation. Okay, I know there are others out there. I know them. Other Scorpios. Of course, they're all women. Maybe you guys are getting a whole lot more action than we are. But for those of you who aren't, this reading's for you. Sometimes I flip the deck over, and it's very irritating. All right, the 2 oracle cards we have for you. Oh, by the way, if you're here for the fluffy reader, that's not me. And it would be very nice if you took the time to leave me a comment. Any comment. Trust me, I have a lot of Scorpio planets. There's little you could say to me that hasn't already been said. The oracle cards are, Laurel says, fuck the book, we're reading the cards. This one is bondage. I don't think it's for those of you who like bondage. This is about emotional bondage. Tying yourself up. This winged person could fly away. The knife is right there to release herself, and yet she doesn't. It's the emotional bondage. Frequently that has to do with not letting go of the one that got away. The one hell of a one that got away. Yeah, that's what this is about. Let it go. And if she cheated, why the fuck would you want her back? This one is about Red Riding Hood and the wolf. At least I think that's what the book says. But Laurel says it's about finding your wolf spirit. She said, you know who you are and who that's for. Okay, we're done with that. The beginning of this spread are these 2 cards. Strength and the Maiden of Pentacles. Maidens in this deck are the support people. They're generally younger women, not married women. They can be older and single, but they're a support unit. They're friends, they're sisters, they're colleagues. Someone that you can turn to, someone that gives you advice. And in this instance, there is a woman like that. She does not have to be an earth sign. But for a few of you, she is. For a few of you, she definitely has brown hair and brown eyes. She can help you untie those binds. She can help you get out of bondage. Laurel, these lips are mine. Cut it out. Dead sister, always trying to do the talking. Irritator. She was a fucking irritator when she was a kid, too. She's 12 years younger than me. You know she annoyed the shit out of me. But I adored her. Okay. Let's see. Temperance. Have I got the bloody deck upside down? I do. I hate that card. I hate patient. Be patient a little bit longer. I don't want to wait any longer. And I'm sure you don't either. And just in case you hated that card, the Hangman. More waiting, hanging around. But this one comes with warning, not so much a warning, advice. That part of this holding pattern you're in is to gain a different perspective. So for some of you who are having trouble letting go, you need a new perspective on what that relationship actually was and how it ended and why it ended. And you don't want to do that again. For some of you, you need a whole new perspective on dating, okay? I was talking to someone, not even talking to him, I was texting someone online. After a length of time, he informed me that I was the first woman he had dated since some incident in his life. And I went, what? Please, can I go back to my own dimension? Because this dimension people are really fucking weird. Talking to somebody in text, which is tantamount to passing notes in grammar school or middle school, is not dating. So maybe you need to change your perspective on dating if you have that one. Dating is actually meeting the person, taking a walk, spending time in the park, going to a movie, having coffee. That's a date. Not talking to somebody through text, okay? So maybe you need to change your perspective. Fun and games. Oh, Laurel says one of you, that support person is actually in love with you. And you might want to change your perspective on her. Oof, that's lovely. And oh, the female Scorpios, single, had the same card in the same position. I'm sensing a pattern here. Oof, that's nasty. It's a lot of support here, gentlemen. And a couple of broads. And a bunch of guys. Okay. Let's see if I can describe you all and you can recognize yourself so you can get your message. I really don't understand this reading for everyone. All sexes in one sign. How many Scorpios are there on the planet? So I'm trying to narrow it down. And sometimes I veer off and my reading is just very personal for just a few people. And if you don't like that, change the channel. Told you, I'm not the fluffy reader. And I don't buffer. And I don't sugarcoat. And I'll tell you when you're being an asshole. Let's have some gypsy cards. So, as the story opens, there's a strength card at the top. You have the strength to get over that relationship for those of you who are still pining over someone who ripped your fucking heart out. It's time to let her go. Because what you don't see is that what you thought the relationship was, it wasn't. So you're mourning something that didn't really exist. Yes, Laurel, unless of course she died. Thank you, Laurel, since you're dead. says one of you is sitting in a room pondering the fact that you want a child and you don't have anybody to have one with. Hold on until you find the right one. She said for some of you, for that one who this support woman is in love with you, she wants your child. She's loyal and a good friend. And if I could only read. Don't get old. You can't read anymore. All right, I could have gotten my glasses. And she's consistent. I would say that several of those women are earth signs, which is a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. But if you're a Scorpio, Taurus is fun, but it's a push me, pull you energy because they are opposite of us. But sometimes that's fun. Opposites can attract. She said, look around you and look at the women in your circle, in your life. For some of you, the partner that you seek is right in front of your eyes. So, gain new perspective. The Temperance card is about seeking balance. She's pouring the water back and forth between the goblets. That's about balancing emotion. She has one toe in the water. That's emotion. She has one foot planted on the ground. That's earth. You need to do that, okay? Some of you are way fucking off balance. And, you're probably not going to find your princess in a bar. That's a lie. One of you does. Okay. But most of you won't. And the phone just chimed in to tell you the truth. This is about flirting. She said, learn to flirt. It's an art, and it's not the same as hooking up. Flirting is about testing the waters. Flirting can also be just flirting. Several of you need to learn how to flirt. That's part of your gaining a new perspective. You need to do that. But there's financial security coming along for you. For those of you who have been putting the time in, doing the hours, and not seeing the reward, that's about to turn around. Really, Laurel? She said for how many? 4 of you. 4. Yeah, that's kind of 4. 4 of you. There was a snake at work involved in whatever she said for one of you it was a creative project. There was a snake who was undermining you. That situation is over. You have gone through a transformation, like all Scorpios have been. It's been a rough few years, but she said it's time to take a walk in the park, smell the roses, and take a look around. There are some things in life that you have just sorely missed, forgotten that you love, forgotten that they bring you joy. Go camping, go hiking. Do things outdoors, and you will find a group of people, and in that group you will find someone. Over here, that gaining perspective, that hanging around, that waiting period. For some of you, the waiting period is already over and things are starting to pop. For others of you who haven't gained perspective, you now need to do that. This This can be somebody that has stolen from you, has lied to you, has cheated on you. She said for this reading, it has several different meanings for several different groups of you. For some of you, ow, something bit me while I was out feeding the goats. It's kind of rude, scratching, itching, it's doing everything. I told you I'm not the fluffy, nice reader. This guy, he thinks he's got it all together. He's got it all packed up. He's got his swords, and then he turns around and he goes, oh, fuck, I left 2 of them behind. For some of you, that's you. You think you got it all tied up, and you need to go back and look at it again and straighten things out, especially all the things that got screwed up during July. For some of you, she was a cheating tramp, and you need to look at that, because if she cheated once, she will do it again. Or if she was cheating with you and then decided not to leave him, what's she going to do when she's with you? If you're waiting around for her and she cheated on the man she's with to be with you, she's going to cheat on you. New perspective. Take a new look on that. And Laurel says, let the bitch go. You're funny today, Laurel. She said, for some of you, you really do need to take a trip. She said, go camping, take a road trip with a friend. You need a new perspective. She said, you need to pull a geographical. You need to get out of the space in order to move forward. She said, a few of you won't want to come back from the trip, and you will, in fact, move. And for those of you that do, there's happiness and success and a good job. Not the old return from the past. Shit. Oh my God. What is this, Laurel? I told you not to put any of this crap in this reading. Oh, it's not what I think. Okay. She says, the 6 of Cups, which generally, it's about nostalgia. It's about your childhood. It's about people from your past. It's about your past. She said, it's here because there are some of you who have the idea that you're romantic fuckers, and you have the idea in your head of what a romance should be, what the perfect woman should be, what the perfect wife should be, perfect girlfriend. And you've held that, and it got buried in all of the mundane shit of life. She says, pull that out. Resurrect the image of that woman. She is out there. You can find her. You just got waylaid. Oh, there's a gift. I guess you can find her. She's a prize. What? She said some of you will meet her on the next new moon. Some of you will meet her on the November full moon. That's rather specific, Sister Dear. Showing off, are we? And there's the card of courtship. So in case you thought I was lying, I love the cards. They always do their job. They always show up. Whether or not the reader can read them is another story. Oof, that's going to be some sweet courtship. In the center of the spread, we have the Ace of Swords and the 5 of Cups. The Ace of Swords is the sword of truth. Do remember that it has an edge on both sides. So when you are wielding that, do not cut your own head off. It's about cutting out the sadness in your past. This is an emotional loss. This is emotional deprivation. This is focusing on what is gone, what is what is past, the love that you no longer have, the love that you miss. And while dwelling over the 3 spilt cups, the emotion that's the love that's gone, you fail to realize, turn around, asshole, there's more love behind you. Oh, yeah, like that girl up top. And there's one over there. There's a bunch of them. Trust me, you don't need a do-over. That is the card of the main man. You know who I'm talking to. You. You don't need a do-over. You do not want her back. Are you a lawyer? You work at a courthouse? The tree of life. You need to put your roots down and grow again. Go about the business of living well, and she will find you when you least expect it, says she who is not Laurel. She said you're working too hard at it. You're desperately on the hunt, and they're eluding you. And over here we have 2 women. We have the Queen of Pentacles and we have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is kick-ass. She doesn't take any shit. She's strong, confident, impressive, well-read, and something else, and loyal. Now, for one of you, she drives a red car. For one of you, her name is Estelle. Esther? Come on, speak up, Laurel. Begins with an E. The Queen of Pentacles is practical, grounded, generous but not to a fault, kind. Oof. She brings the sun. She is the main female in your life. There is a family with this woman. And generally, the mountain means there are mountains to overcome. And for one of you, it may appear that way, but actually, she lives near mountains. I got a Beth. For some of you, she is, you already know her. She is an acquaintance. Your compass is off course. Get that new perspective. Get that balance. Find your inner strength. Remember who you are, what you are, and what you want. You can find her. Doesn't matter how many mountains you have to get over or get to. You can find this woman. She's on a distant horizon, so definitely not in your town. Laurel says for one of you, she's from another country. But for others of you, she's in a different part of the country than you live in. So take that road trip, go camping, take a train ride. Trains are very romantic. You're going to have to travel to find her. But it is, the journey will be just as important as the destination, which is her. You will find you have 2 paths. We have two women. One of them holds the key to your future. And children, evidently. Someone that you can grow old with. I'm trying to get some more names, guys. Working on it. That is the Lord. She says this is a double entendre. This is the card of the Lord. Wealthy. She said, for one of you, you will actually meet her in church talking to the Lord. Because the card that came with it is the card of love, Cupid. She said, for several others of you, what? She said there's suits. So, I think one of you works in the stock market. If you're wearing a suit, she said, pay attention to this one. I keep seeing a charcoal gray suit. She said, William, be careful. Someone is trying to steal something of yours. It's a woman. Just thought you'd throw that in there, huh, Laurel? And that is the card of the Lover. So there are women out there waiting for you. Change your perspective. Get your strength up. And true strength is in gentleness. Don't pull her by the hair and drag her out of the restaurant, okay? Here is an unexpected celebration. It's like, I never fucking thought I could fall in love that quickly. And then one of you, the one with a Virgo moon, is very concerned. Okay, you're gonna think this one to death. Okay, cut it out. Accept the gift. The Fool brings a gift, a new beginning, a new start, an opportunity that you did not see coming. In your community. For some of you, the woman is in your community. Some of you have to travel, but there's a party, there's a celebration, I don't know, could be a rally, could be a football game where the local team won, something like that. It's kind of that love at first sight thing, and you're like, that doesn't happen, that's a crock of shit. It happens. Okay, the King of Pentacles. These are men who own their own business. Scorpio men who own their own business, who are absolutely single, looking for someone. It's time to fucking walk away from the past. See these 8 cups and all this spent emotion? It's done. It's over. Be a big fucking cowboy and walk away. And yes, I know how hard that is. You can do it. Or not. Or fucking stay there and wallow in your self-pity. See if I care. But there's a marriage out there if you get yourself under control and move forward. And just in case you didn't listen to me when I said move forward, the Knight is there, moving forward. And the Death card. He's on his horse too. Everybody's moving but you. Get your shit together and move forward. Get that thief out of there. Save that for later. Get off that guy. I mean, what are you going to do? Wallow in pity all your life? Or go out and find this amazing woman and get married. They're not all sneaky foxes, okay? They're not all going to take your money and leave you. They're not all going to steal your car. They're not all going to fuck the older guy who's got more money than you. Oh. She said, this is about a lot of you that own your own business. One is a mature man, one is a wealthy man. That whole genre of men. Get off the pity pot, she said. There is a new path open to you. Take the path. That path leads to marriage. A committed relationship, whatever you call marriage. I mean, I'm a pagan. Hand fasting works for me. I should have done that last time. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles. It's about moving forward. Plan your work your plan. Gonna go slow, gonna go steady, gonna go easy. Keep moving. The Death card is about transformation. And you need to transform. If you are not coming out of that wallowing, sadness, down the rabbit hole, seclusion, burying yourself in your business, then do it now. Some of you will move forward slower than others. But it's time to remove your mask. It's time to stop hiding from yourself. There are lies that you have been telling yourself, and you need to fucking cut it out, says Laurel. Oh, you're a prisoner of your own mind, says she. She says, time to run with the big dogs. Now get off the fucking porch. What's available to you is the Star. It's a wish card. It's a happiness card. It's being able to get a handful of stardust for yourself. It's there, but you are going to have to get on that motherfucking horse and start moving. Now, for others of you that are jumping in and listening to what I'm saying, because this is the King of Cups, she said for some of you, it's a. She said there's one particular blonde that she's talking to about this card, but the King of Cups is also the card that represents Scorpio, and the card with it is the Ace of Cups. Cups are emotion, cups are love, and this is a new love. This is going out in search of love. This is finding a new love. But nobody wants to go out with you if you're an old fart who's dwelling on the past. Okay, there is a communication through work for one of you. Again, the one that's going to meet her in church, talking to the Lord, she said, make sure you get her number. She may only be visiting. What was, I was looking for? She said the one that needs to reawaken his wolf spirit. I'm going to use the lips, Laurel. You're not getting mine. Stop it. The one who needs to reawaken his wolf spirit. What? Yes, she wounded you deeply, but you can and you will survive. The card that she picked for you is Love Relaxes. He said you're wound up tighter than a gnat's ass. Go out into the woods and find yourself again. Oh, this one, these business guys. You got the card of 6. 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. And then love expands. She said for one of you, the number 6 will be significant. Might be part of an address. Might be the number on a table. Might be the number on a cab. Do they still have numbers on cabs? Do they still have cabs? And this one over here, where you're told to go out and meet this woman in your community. Love bonds. So, while you're busy standing in the corner going, this is not real, this can't be happening. It's happening. Don't be an asshole. And for this one, that one, for those of you who are supposed to reach back and remember the woman of your dreams, the image you had of the woman you wanted to spend your life with, love is coming. I told you. Why did you just believe me when I tell you this shit? Why you make me gotta tell you over and over? I fango, huh? And this guy on the horse over here says love is strong. So don't think it makes you weak. Love is strong. Take that strength at the top and carry it through. And for the King of Cups, sitting over here with the Ace of Cups, clearly he's found someone or is finding her. It's about love reaches. So you will reach this woman, some of you, through work. This one on the merry-go-round is a messenger. She said, but for one of you, take her on a merry-go-round ride. Carousel. And let's see, anybody else need a, oh yes, the dog. This lawyer one here with the sword of truth and the 5 of cups, lawyer courthouse thing. The dog, ow. Love centers. She will balance you. You don't have to become imbalanced in love. And for the other one who is not meeting the person in church, that was over here. This is love appreciates. So compliments, flirting goes a long way. Okay? Anybody else? Did I forget to get everybody one? This is about love rebalancing. Lest you have forgotten, darling, the Temperance card is about balance. Tell you, the cards fucking show up. All you have to do is pay attention and read them and listen to the dead people. Oops. Okay. I hope this helped. It was fun. Please leave me a message. You know, in the comments down there. Oh, subscribe. Listen, I'm fucking funny. Send this video to your friends. Okay? Share it. Or I'll stop doing them. Okay? Bye.